35, make it the 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. A gain of 6 to the 46.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The 46-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Indianapolis.
Check.
First down, Brissett. Got it complete to Rodgers. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the whip.
Play fake. Brissett looking deep for Hilton. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On the ground, it's Mack. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 35-yard line.
Check, 59.
On 2nd and 15 now. Brissett buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Flushed out right. And he connects with Ebron. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack. His first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
This lag, but... Oh, my God.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after.
Okay, we're good.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Next to score, Colts 7, Titans nothing. Adam Vinatieri sets the kickoff.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike. I know he ain't got it. He's coming. We got double up. One.
Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Where are they, team? Recon, 132 fight. Mike, 58 for Mike. Hey, here we go.
Mariota to throw it. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
But it's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And the Titans are in for 6. Touchdown.
Oh my fucking God.
Ryan
You are
Suckup for the point after.
kidding me, right? Actually fucking jokes.
At 7 apiece.
Dude, holy fuck. God, fuck. I just gave up a muff punt that I didn't even touch.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored.
Christ, dude,
7-7
so
here as the kicks away.
Jesus.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Get a block. Oh, I ran inside.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff.
No.
While the training staff works on him.
And there
we'll
goes
step
my running
aside and
back.
be right back.
Sick.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well,
shoulder
like
kick. Sick.
A 3-step
There
drop.
goes my only backup, dude.
What do
That's
do?
amazing.
He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle.
And then
he
this
does so and picks up
bullshit.
positive yardage.
I'm just going to beat it. Doesn't matter.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Six guys. Check 6 guys.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts have taken the lead.
See, I'm literally... Oh, my God. Thank God it goes in.
Terry connecting on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
One. Mike, 58. 58 for Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Play action now. Brissett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's
I just led that pass
and
he threw under. My God.
He was looking for Chester Rogers that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And a big one here as he's taken down.
Really dumb.
As he gets in there for the sack. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They go play action with Brissett. Throw that set is complete to Rodgers. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack. Mariota, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes offense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Lewis here on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
pass caught left side by Humphries. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Check bomber, 22, check bomber. One. Check 26. Check 43. One.
From the 40 now on second down. Mariota. Over the middle. Sharp's got it complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. A first down throw for Mariota. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And into
Absolutely fucking you're right. Yeah, okay.
Touchdown. Dion Lewis. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. This a give to Mack running to the right.
You guys do not understand how bad I'm lagging.
He gets him moving forward again with an 8-yard
I can't even hurry up.
Still be left with 14 yards to go on third.
I can barely even play. It's so bad.
On play action.
Why can't people just get their screens right?
And down he goes. Harold Landry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, Adoree Jackson. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Lagging so bad. Can fucking Eastside get a stream going or something?
Football. Around the NFL,
I can't play on my internet streaming. It's so
the Bills have
bad.
taken the early lead.
Waddle's still in here. All three.
Now we'll continue to monitor. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Look, I move a player, and it's still moving after I'm touching it. Okay, whatever. I'm at the play really good.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Fuck's sake.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They just get the play off. Now Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw Mariota. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 42.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Here we go. Check him out. Check the call. Check the call. One.
First down, Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
One. Bravo. 58 to Mike. Watch the screen.
Mariota now. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Is anybody else seeing how bad I'm lagging?
That is thrown downfield, and look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that
I didn't even
becomes
know that he
man
just
on
threw the
man,
football.
and you got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing, Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis.
Get the fuck. Okay, no, I'm actually fine with that.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Jesus Christ.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
First down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running on first down with Ware. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
35-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground with Mack. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check. Crunch. He's checking.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Knock on wood.
Take it. Mike 50. Hey, man. Watch the boot. 3. Mike 50. Come here.
Throwing is Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Back up. Mike 50. One. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. 50's the Mike. Come on. One.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mariota now from the 50. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
They'll throw again. Mariota towards the end zone for Brown. Pass caught by A.J. Brown.
Getting so bailed out, man.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Fucking blitzing.
First and goal, they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And forget about
Damn, he's getting
finding a
bailed
lane.
out, though.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Makes the score Colts 31, Titans 21.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett.
He's telling me that he caught that one in triple coverage, but I can't catch that. Yeah, alright, fuck this game, bro.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Everybody else wants to get some bullshit, so I do too.
Here's Brissett.
And I can't even throw the football, dude.
The throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down.
It's a little frustrating, don't you fucking think?
Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
I'm missing all these tackles. Dumbass.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. On first down, Lewis. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Every play.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
To throw is Mariota. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Lewis. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Throwing on second down. Mariota. It's caught. Humphreys. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Oh, my God.
That should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver.
Football.
And that'll bring up second down.
We got 4. We got 4.
Now Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Another one for his trophy case. I mean, it's rare enough for a lineman to have 1 interception. He had 1 last week and now back-to-back weeks.
It's absolutely amazing, isn't it, watching it happen? And how about the joy that you see in him back-to-back weeks, getting interceptions? He's going to be telling the defensive backs, I'm coming your way from now on, guys.
Yeah, take it easy.
That stupid fucking retard just tried to jump out for the ball, dude.
Didn't look like he had anybody
This
open,
fucking...
Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice.
God.
Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
God. This guy. Good lord, this guy.
To throw, Brissett. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
God,
one thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Brissett sets to throw it. And he connects with Ebron. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Brissett now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Mack.
One more guy.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage.
To run a fucking football.
2nd and 10 coming up. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Brissett.
I'm sacked.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack.
Yeah, no face mask?
Screen good for 6,
yeah,
but
right.
it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Jackson. Able to power through. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets it to Humphreys. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
One. Mike 50, huh? Check Mike. Mike 50. Target. Mike 50. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Brissett looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now Brissett. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me.
I can end my stream and I can actually, like, function.